Well, good evening, guys. Welcome to an amazing and wonderful Tuesday afternoon. We are dealing with all kinds of technical issues and stuff behind the scenes here. It's been a long week already. As you can see, we're down one member. John had some things that he had to take care of tonight, so he's not going to be joining us. Grant was not supposed to be here, but he called off of work to come and hang out with us. Grant, I very much appreciate you, man. How's your day going? What are you up to?
Cheers. I didn't call off work. I thought I was going to have to work over. Got construction going on there at the water plant, but I didn't have to work over. Got called out last night for the lift station for the sewer and was out late last night. So it's been a long couple of days on call, but hey, if I can get the overtime on call, I'll do it.
Shoot, yeah, man. And I would say that I have an ongoing deal with anybody around here. I'll extend it to you and everybody else in the chat, who we will get to in just a moment. But if you ever need me to go, bust a pipe or something because you want a little overtime, it's the holidays, and I got your back on that. I know how that goes.
Appreciate it.
So everybody knows, just real quick. So as you know, we got this whole hurricane thing that's going on. A very valued and lovely and wonderful member of our community was affected pretty bad. Miss Shannon, she has been with us since before some of us have even been here. She's been with us for years. She won our annual giveaway that we do on our channel. She won that twice. She was a big part of the WTF Mike streams. She's been all around, she's just a real friendly and a great community person. If you have not targeted her as somebody that you want subscribed to your channel, you're missing out, because she is a wonderful addition to everybody's, everything that everybody does. She had some damages and stuff happen to her, so we are going to help raise money. Anything that we get tonight, and I ask that you don't do super chats or anything like that. I ask that you take a look at the link in the description of the video down below. We're helping to raise some money to try to help her out because she has been put out from the storm, and anything that you have to offer is very greatly appreciated. This whole stream is dedicated to her tonight.
I didn't even think about you not being on Facebook. Do you have any pictures from Shannon's?
No, I do not. I don't have any of Shannon's stuff. I know she's on TikTok. I know that her YouTube stuff is it's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, that's right. I remember she posted the YouTube video. I had seen that video a couple days prior on Facebook before she put it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it looked like a total loss.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Which I believe she said this was the second time this has happened to her. May have been the third time. I know it's happened before, and that's just, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's a beautiful place to live there in Fort Myers most of the time, but gosh, everything. I hate it.
It's one thing when it happens, you hear about it on the news, you hear about it happening to somebody else, but when it happens to somebody who's as close, as Shannon is, she's been a member of everything that we've been doing here for 5 years easily, and probably before that, she's probably here before me. I just know that I've known her for about 5 years. Oh yeah, I never got one of those. That's her artwork. She does that.
Yeah, she did. She made that. Pretty sweet. We'd actually sent her another tequila bottle to make up.
Real quick, say hi to everybody in the chat. We got, who all is here? We have Mr. Nicholas Pouliot Outdoors. Sir, appreciate you stopping by. Brandon O'Neill, man, how are you doing? Hadn't talked to you in a minute, dude. How have things been? Henry Mosley, how are you doing there, sir? Hooked Up in Backlash, Wild Japan. Mark J. Larson, we got Kai, OK Fishing. Gentlemen, thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to have a fun deal. It's unfortunate we don't have John, but you know how the rules are for that. He's not here. He can't defend himself. So feel free to say anything that you need to say about him behind his back now.
That's right.
He can defend himself in the comments afterwards.
What's up, Ben? Good to see you guys.
It's
Mark J. Yeah, I don't know. Something came up. He just sent us a message, said something came up. So we hope everything's all right, John.
Yeah.
And no, he did post on Facebook over the weekend. He started on his other 3 tires. I guess would be on the driver's side. So
as long as he gets it on camera, he's forgiven.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Hooked up and backlashed on vacation. Sounds
nice. Great. That's going to be so. Okay, so I took a mitigated risk, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. So we have the Sharkathon shark fishing tournament next week, which I got a sponsor for that. I'm pretty stoked about. But so we got the shark fishing tournament. Yeah, I'm excited because I really couldn't afford the entry fee. So we had a sponsor step in, and I'm like, oh, thank God, because I don't have the money for it. But so we got that next week, and I have a little bit of vacation time that I got to burn, and I was like, I can take the vacation next week and then do the tournament at the end of my vacation time, or I can take my vacation time at the end of the tournament, do the tournament, and then rest and relax and recover and recuperate from the tournament. So I took I took a risk, and I went, you know what? I took the time off after the tournament, and now I'm like, I don't know. Did I need that time to prepare? Should I have been setting up? Should I have been out at the beach the whole? I don't know. Like, let me know in the chat, you guys. I want your opinion on that. Did I make the right call? Should I have not? Should I have played it safe and taken the vacation beforehand, or am I okay taking it afterwards?
You have that much to get ready? You know where you want to go?
Man, I got all my stuff. Like, it's all just sitting right here. It'll take me 30 minutes to load it all in the truck. 30 minutes to load the stuff. 4.5 hours to load the stuff and the girls. So.
What's up, Pickle Outdoors?
It takes a minute.
Janet says take it after.
Okay, dude, I was super exhausted last time. I really was. Like, I was so gassed after we were done.
So when's the shark tournament start?
Starts on Thursday. I think it's like. No, I'm sorry. It starts Friday. We're going to be out there Thursday night.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny Baker. We'll be getting on that in just a minute here.
Like in 48 hours or so?
No, next week. Like next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Danny Baker. Yeah, that was wild, man. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, we can talk about that. Let's jump in on it. I mean, I put it out there like a big topic conversation. Not going to lie. So I did that because it's a heated conversation, something that we can all kind of get some stuff off of our chest. There's also a hint of virality with that. You know, there's always a chance that like you pick up some viewers and stuff as a result of these trending topics. So I'll be completely honest. That played a part in that. That having been said, I've joked about doing this many times. So I'm like, kind of makes me look bad. Like I've said so many times, like, oh, just stuff some weights down their throats and like win a contest. And now some jerk goes out and actually does it, like makes me look like an ass.
I mean, not only did they win, but wasn't like basically 2 years in a row of them winning, from what I understood. I mean, it was. Yeah, Danny said they were pissed. Yeah, I'm surprised they.
Yeah, they were hot. Those guys are lucky they did not get like blackened up on their way out of that place. And he was standing there. That one dude was standing there in front of the announcer as everybody was chewing on him. And he's just standing there with the dumbest look on his face. Had no idea how to respond to being caught.
Yeah. Tina Lady.
Hey,
Amateur. Good to see you. Yeah, it's I watched the guy that actually used the knife to cut the weights out. I watched him. He put out a statement last night on that. I guess he's the host of LEWT, the LEWT, the Lake Erie Walleye Tournament. And he said they're going to try to prosecute, I guess, IDNR or Ohio ODNR or maybe it's federal. I don't know, but nice.
Yeah, this made me laugh so hard. I was going to cook up some fish. I'm actually cooking fish now, and I was going to go put some weights underneath a fillet and make a big joke. And then I saw this, I was like, oh, somebody beat me to it. That's hilarious.
I've seen several. It's been suggested on every platform I've been on today.
Mm-hmm.
All the memes and I've seen that one.
There's their pre.
It's crazy.
Man, this is him getting just completely chewed out. And the thing about this, it's not even like they just crammed like a weight down a fish's mouth. I want to say they had 4 or 6 walleye or something like that. And that is the amount of weights, and not just weights, but they also filleted other fish and crammed them down the throat for that fish with the weights. All that stuff in the basket right there is all the stuff that they had crammed down the throats of these fish. They weighed double what the authorities thought they were going to weigh.
Yeah, I think from what I wish we could get a guest on that actually knew, but since we just got to go by what we've seen for now, to me it seemed like they had been suspected of cheating.
Yeah.
That's.
Wow. Yeah, in the end, it was really ridiculous. Like, they said it was double what they thought. They were looking at the fish thinking like, there's no way. And I don't know what the weight was on that, but they said it was literally double what they thought. And we've all done that. Like, that's part of the game with fishing. They had 8 pounds, and they thought it was supposed to be 4 or something like that. That's what Mark's saying. So they we've all done that where like I don't do weight with what we do down here. We do length on the fish, and you can tell the difference between like on a ling. You can tell the difference between amberjack is another good one. 34 and a 36-inch fish. You can tell the difference by looking at it. Like, you don't have to put a ruler on that guy. You're going to know the difference for whatever reason between 34 and 36 inches. They gain a lot of girth. You can tell. And it's the same with this. Like, you could tell the difference between 4 pounds and 8 pounds. Like, we could hand you 8 pounds worth of, like, in a grocery bag, 8 pounds worth of canned goods. And you're going to be like, that's 8 pounds. Like, if given the choice between 4 and 8, you'd be able to tell the difference. This was stupid. This was dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, Monica. Yeah, we're talking. Okay. I do got to say one thing on this. So we are definitely, absolutely, and honestly jumping on a trend with this conversation. I feel, yes, I did say girth. I did actually say that, and I meant it. So these dudes are getting hounded bad, and they're getting hounded bad to the point where the main guy that gets chewed out for this, so that dude is getting harassed, canceled, like all the stuff that you never want to actually happen to a good guy. And yeah, it's deserved. It sucks. I don't like piling in on this thing. I want to be honest about that. It's deserved. I'm not going to feel bad about it. But I do not like being that guy piling in on it. I am doing it simply for the sake of views. And I feel like, I joke about that, but I do feel that like everybody here deserves an opportunity to be in on that conversation. Because, yeah, like, so Pickle says it gives like us a bad name. I don't think it does, but I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. Like, yeah, you can feel that way, and you've got an opportunity to have your say on this. This is kind of like part of the game with this whole deal. Sucks to be him taking all the hits on what he did, but people are going to feel like that. And I think you're right, Danny. I think they are going to jail. I think that was a crime. They're going to get him for like, I don't know. It's like cheating in a casino kind of stuff.
Right. Well, yeah, but no, I guess I don't know. There's there's the ethics thing, and then there's the competition thing, and then there's the integrity thing. I mean, there's just so many different categories. We just have to talk about this. I mean, it's the hottest and most talked about thing going on right now in the outdoors for sure.
Yeah. Wild Japan, dude, you nailed it. So you screwed up when I even saw it on Japanese news.
There you go.
That about says it. This dude, that look on his face says it. Like, I screwed up, and he doesn't even understand. In that photo right there, does not even understand the ramifications of what he doesn't understand that this just became a global event.
Right. And I can't imagine how the guy that's been getting second, or the several guys that's been getting second to these guys for the past 2 years, the rage they must have.
That was, Danny says that's a $29,000 purse. It was something like that. I thought it was 40 on this one. I don't recall the exact number on that. But I know that they are in six figures for their winnings for the year, something along those lines. Like they've got a lot, and this is not the first time. And this is not the first time that this gentleman right here has been in legal issues in the past 6 months. He's had other legal issues that he's dealing with that's all coming to light now because it all piles on. And that sucks. I feel for him on that end, but at the same time, like, dude brought it on himself.
Yeah. No doubt.
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like
number 5. The uproar from the crowd was comical. That was really funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were mad. They had some rights to be.
And there's all these fishermen who are like cussing him out. You know, they're all right up in his face because they didn't give a shit. They're cussing him out. He beat them, and now he was up here to brag, and he got busted in front of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
the way he was like, no, hold on, we need to check those fish or something. He said something that make him stop, like he was trying to get the fish out of there.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's like, all right, they were planning on checking them.
Yeah, I think so too. And the way that, like, that dude in the white shirt right there, I think it was him. Whoever it was that went in and started gutting those walleye, I have never seen somebody gut a fish so adamantly and so, like, precisely. Like, he went right to the stomach, and it was just like right into him. He knew exactly where to go.
Right. I just wonder if normally they catch and release, or do they always, or can you even catch and release a walleye, you know, after it's been out of the water that long to weigh it? You know, do you have to pretty much eat them?
That's a good question. I assume they eat them. But then everybody up there, up north, you guys keep stuff in your live well. We don't really do that.
Right. You throw it right on ice pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, seems like there's certain fish that, you know, they're probably not going to make it if you just throw them back after all this stress on them. You know, like,
yeah,
I've been to a couple big catfish weigh-ins, and they just throw, after they weigh them up, get some pictures, they just toss them right back in the river. And most of them swim away.
So that's how, like, the Sharkathon tournament that we're doing, then they do it with redfish and everything else, is like they're real strict on it. They've got a ruler that they give you, and you got to put it in front of the fish, and then you got to tag that fish and get it back in the water. It's all about catch and release. They don't want you keeping anything. So I know there's a protocol, there's a system for that whole setup. I'm not the best at it, to be honest with you, because I'm a harvest everything kind of guy.
Right.
But, you know, I try to honor that.
Right.
And I don't know. Yeah, with walleye, I just don't know. Hey, we got Damon, Black Warrior Lures, sir. I really appreciate you coming and joining us. One of these days, I want to get you up here with me, dude. I want to chat, man.
No doubt.
You have all kinds of stories I want to talk about.
If anybody wants to be a guest, get a hold of us. We got emails, ways to get a hold of us in the description.
Hey, Ben brings up a heck of a point. So he's been on tourneys where they put spotters on the boats. I've never seen that, but I've heard about that. I've heard them. Like, they were super strict about that tournament we talked about last year where they were doing the sturgeon when the season ended after, 26 minutes?
Right. Yeah, it was quick.
Chris, hey, so that's funny. Wrong day to bring it up, though, man. Save that one for, next week when it's not hot anymore. I've joked about it in the past, too. Like, I've talked about it probably 2 streams ago. I was joking about doing it. That's what makes me mad, is because that makes me look like a dick now because I said it so many times.
Yeah.
A half-pound bonus for live weigh-in. Okay, so that's definitely not going to happen when they've, died of lead poisoning.
Right. Interesting.
You can take... As long as you get more than half a pound worth of weight down their gullet, then I suppose it's a win.
Yeah, and did they actually catch the walleye that they had filleted and shoved the pieces down that same day? You know, are they over limit?
Yeah, okay, down here, you can't do, well, I don't know what the rules are. So down here, there's a lot of fish that we're not allowed to fillet on the boat. That's against the rules. And I assume that the fish that you are targeting in a tournament, you should not be able to fillet
I wouldn't
on the
think so.
boat.
No.
I'd be curious if anybody has anybody knows anything. But yeah, I assume that was like a whole other, that's probably a DNR issue right there. I saw that, and that was my immediate response.
Yeah, we need some of our Michigan guys in here to let us know.
Oh, that's next level, dude. The real pros stuff them with ice.
There you go.
Man, not a bad call, dude. Jasmine rice. Okay, so apparently there's some people who put some thought into this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you should all be up in Lake Erie fishing the walleye tournaments. This is dumb. That dude, that Neanderthal, is up there with lead weights. You guys could have been whooping them with ice and rice. That's got to be a t-shirt. Oh, not rice. Yeah, so that makes me think, what's the heaviest fish? So what if you took your bait fish and shoved a bunch of split shot down his throat and then shoved that bait fish down into that walleye's throat? That's how I would do it, because I'm taking your rice and your ice. I'm going next level with my cheating.
There you go.
Split shot him with bait.
At least the ice and the rice wouldn't come up on a metal detector. You know.
Yeah, true.
They could start wanding the fish.
Man, I tell you what, I bet you money. So with the shark tournament, we have to take a lie detector test. So I am betting that lie detectors and metal detectors are going to be a thing going forward at that tournament. Nobody's getting away with anything for decades. You might as well be putting lemon pepper and other spices. Might as well, dude. Whichever spice is heaviest.
Jeez.
So I really thought this conversation was going to be everybody venting and getting it off of their chest, and this was an opportunity for everybody, But no, what it ended up being, I didn't realize, was everybody perfecting the cheating method, and I actually appreciate that. Nobody here is actually doing it, but I love that our community and our crowd is if I'm going to cheat, I know who to source for my cheating. I know who's got it, who knows what to do. If I rob a bank, you guys down in the chat, wherever the chat is on this thing, whatever screen you're on, you guys are the ones that are going to be my we're all going to be in this together, robbing the bank.
Jeez. Yeah, and for the record, I've never entered a fishing tournament.
I've only done the shark one. I've done it a couple times now. I'm actually pretty against tournaments. I'm not a fan, but I enjoy doing the shark tournament, and it's become a bit of a family event.
Little cool. A little cool for that area, isn't it? 67, 68.
That's what they're calling for next week. Oh, I haven't even thought to check the weather yet.
14th through the 16th. Yeah, that's a little cool for that area. A little chilly.
Dude, that's not bad. Hey, that's good. That means we got a cold front, and I like that. That's good for fishing conditions. Dude, that's going to be nice. If we have a low of in the 60s like that, that's going to be so nice. Having a little bonfire out there on the beach, doing a little fishing overnight.
It's true. Bugs.
Winds aren't terrible.
Yeah, I like it. As long as somebody else is swimming the baits out, not me.
Oh, man. I hear that.
Which I guess the water stays warm. The water will be 75 and the air temperature be 68.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, water will be nice. Those are perfect conditions. 80 degrees during the day. That's really nice. The water temperature will probably be like 78. Like it'll be nice all the way around. Saw a judge that didn't tail pinch a red, so it would qualify. Hey, we had a guy on one of our live streams that he had a racket going where he would. I'm not going to name names. We've done enough live streams. Somebody wants to get him, go get him. You can like track him down in the old live streams. But he would. He worked offshore, and he had a side racket going where if he ever spotted fish and there's a bill tournament, he'd call the highest bidder and let him know like where the billfish were around him.
Huh. I mean, that's a good way to make some money.
And he made good money. Like it was a percentage of the purse. So,
nice.
and we're also talking those. You know, he had the phone numbers for like the pelagic team. You know, people who are running $800,000 boats and $1 million tournaments. Yeah, Henry, dude, you guys, like seriously, we joke. This is a wrong day to be talking about that, man. We need to be doing this discussion next week. You guys are you're selling yourselves out.
Yeah, that's going to be talked about for a few more weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was all fun and games until this dickhead went and ruined it for everybody. We could joke about it all day long, and now it's like, oh, that guy ruined it for everybody.
I mean, I couldn't imagine losing to the same two guys week in and week out.
Yeah.
And then finding out they've been cheating. I mean, you got to assume
for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You've got to assume they've been cheating the whole time, right?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. It'd be like
that would be rough.
Losing to the same basketball team or football team or baseball team, and then finding out they were cheating every time you played them. You know, it's like.
He tried telling them that they swallowed the weights before he got them. You're so busted. Nobody's buying that. Yeah, so if you're going to pull some stuff like that, you got to be smart about it. Catch yourself a skipjack and take his little mouth and nip the end of the tail off with the skipjack's mouth. Make it look natural.
There you go.
I was out of it this weekend, but I'm starting to rest up and gain on weight and pack on calories for the Sharkathon tournament. Might have overdone it a bit, but that's been my goal for the last couple of days.
Amateur, that's a great question. But I don't know what kind of legal ramifications second place has. I don't know.
Yeah, that is where this guy is going to go to court. They are going to, like Henry says, they're going to strip him of his titles. He is going to court. He is going to get sued. It's going to end up in a really bad legal issue for him. And I feel bad about being part of the social presence that's piling on for this poor guy. It's international, and this guy is getting canceled on so many levels. I feel bad about that just like a little bit. Like if he popped in right now and he's just like, I'm so sick of everybody doing this, I'd be like, dude, I'll invite you on. Let's have a talk. You know what I mean? Like if he was right here right now, I'd invite him on panel and let him have his say. Probably still chew him out, let everybody do their thing. But I'd give him that little bit of a, you get to say something. Apologize. Take the time to apologize, whatever. But the legal stuff, sorry, not sympathetic on that one. That's it's Lance Armstrong. That's exactly right.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, that's for sure, but they put themselves in that position, so they're going to have to deal with it. But if the second place guy was the same second place guy, just like they apparently were winning quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to assume that they were cheating the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like it was a rookie that came in and won his first tournament and was bragging to everybody that he was the new champ, and then they checked. These guys have been doing it for a while. They've been winning for a while. So
it was over, I forget the numbers, but I believe it was over $100,000 this year. Yeah, and I think that does put him in the category of it being a federal offense. So, and like I said, he's had some other legal issues earlier this summer that he's also dealing with. So he's in a bad spot. That guy, I say they have a team. I think there was 2 of them doing this. The one guy is the one that, see, that's another thing that's unfair about it. It's Jacob. I don't care what his last name is. Jacob is the one that was up there on the stage. He's the one that looked stupid. You know what I mean? So he's catching a lot of the flack, and the other guy's flying under the radar a little bit. And that does suck. They're not taking it as a team. They won a boat. Yeah, they won like a truck and some other stuff too, I think. Hey, Stubbs.
What's up, Stubbs?
Appreciate you coming and hanging out.
Well, if you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, for sure. We can continue this discussion. For anybody who's interested, this and any discussion that we're having here tonight, we have a link to the Discord server in the description of this video. Love to hear what you have to say. Also, we have the website, everybody's social media and YouTube channels and all of the stuff. If you want to get connected, make some friends, be a valued member of this community, that would be the place to do it. Hit up that description down below, join all of the things, and come make some friends and be a part of all of the discussions.
Speaking of Discord, do we have some pictures of the week this week?
Yeah, we do. How do you guys feel about that? You want to pull some up and move on to the next topic of conversation here? Look at some pictures.
I think so.
Let me see how to do that. Good positive vibes. I like that, dude. You're right about that. It's time to move on to some more positive side of stuff. We can continue that conversation, but for right now, let's look at some more positive stuff. Picks, yes. Ben, why don't I have any picks from you, man? So I'm going to start things off here. We got a couple different things. So first and foremost, right off the bat, this is Padre Island. This is what Padre Island's been going through. My father-in-law, Rich, you see him in a lot of videos. I think he's out fishing right now. He got into pompano, and so he's been tearing them up. He's been sending me pictures all day. We got lizardfish at the bottom there. Danny, I got your back, dude. We got the pompano that he's been getting into. He got swarmed after he caught a couple. So he's having a hard time finding real estate all to himself out at the beach. But pompano are there. He helped land this, I believe it ended up being about a 5-foot blacktip that they got up there. He got in on that, and that's the biggest fish that he's been able to get into so far. There's no fish in my dog's water bowl. Ben, you, sir, need to be joining us out on Padre Island next week. We got a good picture of Padre Island up top. Danny, I got your redfish right in the middle there, man. I had to fit that in because that was an amazing redfish. I'm sorry I couldn't get it bigger. Had to cram a lot of pics in this week. And yours was, I'm afraid it was like a little bit of a last-minute thing because we were doing the pull them off of Discord before we were doing the phone and everywhere else where I got them. But then, I've got a video coming out, and honestly, I don't know which one I'm doing. I've got some stuff that's holding me up from doing some of the videos, like the order of videos I wanted to post. I went fishing. I've got a video coming up very soon here, fishing Bob Hall Pier, which does not exist anymore. It's gone. They pulled it out. But in the process of pulling out that pier, we had Hurricane Ian. Granted, it was on the other side of the Gulf of Mexico. However, when they were pulling out that pier, they had it on a barge, and they wrecked that barge into Packery Channel. This is the second time they've wrecked that barge. And now that picture on the right is a picture of one of my favorite fishing spots that is now buried underneath a barge full of rubble.
Wow.
Yes, I don't know what to say about that. I'm hoping it's still going to be a good dive spot. Maybe get up underneath that barge and spear some snapper. I don't know.
There you go.
Is that literally, I actually, like where that barge is right there, is ground zero for a video that I just filmed, but I didn't have the GoPro. I tried about that weeks ago, so I'm going to shut up about that. But I was literally filming at that spot with my phone, trying to do a video there, like right underneath where that thing was. He totally ruined my spot.
Yeah, that's a nice shark. That's a nice red from Danny. Man, that's a good looking fish.
That's a good fish all the way around. That shark, that pompano, that red, those are all good catches. It's just that time of year. Oh, Chris, you emailed me, man. I apologize. I didn't get that. I'll get that in there, though. I'll download it and get it in. It'll have to be next week, but I'll get it in. Moving on. So that's Padre Island, guys. Next up, we have our pictures from Discord. And we're going to start off. Everybody's getting creative. I love this. Everybody's getting into like these pictures. They're getting like some really artistic shots. So I wanted to make sure that everybody got those in. Wild Japan, I love the pictures that you're posting. They're gorgeous. I have a hard time like choosing one or two or whatever it is we're doing. But that field of flowers that you got, that is just gorgeous. I can't see everybody's names because of the screen that I have on here, but Zorpan has a couple of good ones on the right, Nick. And this gentleman, Cavalin, I got something covering up his name where I can't see it, but that's a gorgeous shot with that canoe. Do I use a hand spear or a gun type? I use a spear gun with the bands, a gun with the bands on it. And yeah, that barge, yeah, dude, I don't know, man, Ben. It's literally the barge where they took out the last pieces of Bob Hall Pier. That was it. They were done. They filled up the last couple of legs onto that barge. They jackhammered the whole thing down. Literally the legs that I'm fishing in the video that I have coming up the next week or two. I'm not sure when it's going to get posted. But it's a video I've been working on lately. Those legs of the pier got jackhammered out. They put it on that barge and then crashed that barge into my dive spot. The captain of that barge has something against me. That's all I got to say.
So did all the pier pieces fall down in, sink, or float away?
Yeah, some of them sank. Some of them are spilled out all over the rocks. It's about 15 feet deep right there where that's at.
Okay.
So there's a lot of rocks now that are all piled up down there. And that barge, what happened is when it hit the jetty, it sank on the back end. So now it's like sitting up at that 45-degree angle, and I have no idea how they're going to get it out of there. I'd be cool with it too, but it'd have to be probably 6 months, and that thing's actually kind of dangerous. It's going to rock on the rocks, and there will be idiots who get hurt. So as much as I'd like to go dive it and stuff, somebody will get hurt. They do got to get it out of there for those people's sake. Next up, we have, so I kind of broke this up a little bit. This is our freshwater portion of everything. I got amateur. There you are, man. You posted a ton of great pics, dude. I really appreciate it. That's a couple of your good ones right here. On the left side over there, I got Nick up top with that awesome little, I don't know what kind of trout that is. I'm guessing a rainbow trout or brook trout. And then we got some good bass on the bottom from Sunfish King, AD Deadman. And yeah, okay, so those two guys, AD Deadman and Sunfish King.
Yeah, some nice bass. Looks like the black and blue for working.
Dude, good eye, good call on that. You're right. That's the first thing you need to be looking at is like the colors. That's actually one of the reasons why I chose those pictures is because I could see the lures.
Yeah, I like use some black and blue for bass fishing in the past.
That's funny. My brother-in-law never lets me use black and blue. So I don't know as much about it. He knows more than I do.
Yeah, I think it's a good evening, even nighttime.
Evening, good to know, man. And normally when we go bass fishing in Wisconsin, clear water in the morning. So he always has me use pumpkin seed.
Gotcha.
I don't know anything about it. I do what he does because he is just him and you are my bass guys.
Yeah, I haven't used much pumpkin seed. I used to use a watermelon seed, Blizzard.
Yeah, hey guys, Amateur has a ton of great picks. Check him out in the Discord server down below. Like he's got a ton of like I picked a couple of them because there's so many great picks this week. He has a lot of them though. He's been doing some great work. Next up, we got the saltwater guys, saltwater and hunting. We only had one hunting picture this week. Scully Nation, I think Scully. I thought I saw you a minute ago. I think that's your son. I need names. I need you to come in here and let us know what's going on because that is a wicked redfish that you got there. We got Matt Finn, I think Matt Finn, with an awesome lane cobia. He also did a red snapper run. President Eden got himself a sandbar shark. In previous videos, like the biggest sharks that I've ever caught were sandbar sharks. We're not allowed to keep them, but just seeing that picture, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, sandbar shark. And then we got SV with a what I call a really sick picture of a deer, and I want to see more deer pics also. So, but that was just a cool picture, I thought.
Yeah, it looks like no. Got some meat.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, man. How are you doing? You got perfect time, and we are about to vote on our favorite photos of the week. So this is it now, guys. I need to know what your thoughts are on our Discord photographer of the week. Last week it was Henry Mosley. He was the winner, and he is the current photographer of the week with that photo that he got with that doe, his first. The other guys we got over here, we have, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kevlon with the canoe, and I don't see Kevlon, whatever your name is. If you're in the chat, let me know how to pronounce that. Let me know, like, if you're in here, you got to come and defend yourself. We got Nick with that awesome little trout, and then Ez just shot of a nice doe, a little bit of meat on there.
Man, it's hard. It's hard. I hope I don't have to be the tiebreaker. We'll let the chat get the votes in.
I'm jumping in on Nick with that one. Those trout, that is a special catch to me.
Yeah. All right.
We got 2 A's, 2 C's, 4 A's, 2 C's. Who's Henry? Henry voted for SV. You got good taste, good classy move with that. All right. 4 A's, 3 C's. I think we got more A's than that, actually. We got 5 A's, 6 A's.
Record. Oh my God. Oh, no.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, there's some AdMat quality photographs we got going on here. Monica, how are you doing there? I appreciate you jumping on with that. We got another B in the house. We have A's. Cavalli, Cable, I don't know how to pronounce that. The guy's getting lucky. You know how this goes. If you're not here to defend yourself, usually you are, you get put behind on everything. But it looks like Cavallian's like running away with it today. 6'2", I believe, 4. I'm not. 1, 2. Oh, maybe it says 3, 6-3, something like that. It looks like Cavallian is the winner on this one. Cavallian, congratulations! You are our new photographer of the week. We will update you with the photographer of the week role in the Discord server just as soon as we are done here. It's going to give you access to some more private portions of the server that not everybody gets access to, and of course, you will be gifted the pro staff role as well. Earl Matthews, Mark, J. Lars, I appreciate you guys jumping in on that. We got a couple more votes for B, but it looks like A is still going to be running away on this one. Guys, thank you much for jumping in on the vote with that. We really appreciate it. I like that I don't have to be like the deciding factor on this, so thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's some good pictures.
Yeah, they are. We're getting some good photography in that server, dude. I'm having a lot of fun with it. There is some sick photos in there. You're right. So at first I was like, when we first started this, I was like, oh, this is my opportunity. I'm going to be like shoving my photography. You'll notice I'm not putting any of my photos in there anymore. I'm not trying to compete with everybody.
Right.
So congratulations, Kev. I'm just going to say Kev. Now, should have posted some pics. Yes, you should have, dude. I wanted to hear more about that. You had an awesome video. So Henry, who we talked about it last week, he's been doing some hunting. He's doing some public land hunting. He went on a hunting trip with his grandfather this week. Or at least he posted the video this week. I don't know when you actually filmed that. Amazing video. Like, I'm not going to do any spoilers on it or anything because there's just a great story being told. But yeah, I would have really enjoyed some photos from the video that you posted.
Yeah, I'd actually watched one of his shorts when I popped up YouTube to get on the live stream earlier. His short popped up, so I had watched it, seen all of them does. And that's one thing about my phone. I don't see shorts for some reason. They don't come through my feed. I guess you just have to go to shorts.
Yeah, I get them if I go to the subscriptions feed. I don't get them on like notifications, and I'm kind of thankful for that. Like, there's so many shorts videos. I don't want to like jump on every single shorts that pops out when they pop out.
That's usually what
I'm happy to go through the subscription and watch them all. But
yeah, so I usually click on subscriptions.
Yeah,
need to click on the main feed.
That and I have the horrible habit because nobody knows I do it, and that's the part that sucks. But I'll be tired in the afternoon. Like, I'll be on the computer doing work all day, and I'll be like, I'm so done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. I'll go sit on the couch. I'll put YouTube on the TV, and I'll just let the subscription feed play. I'll watch everybody's videos all the way through, but I can't leave comments because of the remote, so nobody knows I did it, but I did.
Yeah, I've been trying to catch up with some people on YouTube. It's just hard.
Yeah, it is. And now we're making that transition too. So we had the, we had all the summertime fishing guys, which I want to say it's saltwater, but it's an opportunity for the saltwater guys to really like get in on this stuff that they're doing. Freshwater guys, I kind of feel like you have a little bit longer season. I could be wrong. I might be completely backwards on that. Regardless, now is the time for like the hunting guys to start stepping up and doing their thing. So it's kind of like you have to switch over from, we're in a transition phase of not just the content that you watch, but the people who are making that content.
Right. Exactly.
Like I'll watch a little bit more Henry. I'll watch a little bit more, blah, 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 blah. You know who I'm talking about. Mark.
Yeah. I seen Mark posted a wax and dirt video.
Right before we went live.
The trappers are getting all their stuff together for trapping season. Say they got another month or so. And
we got ice fishing. Yeah, can't wait to see some of that. It's been a minute, but I think the last ice fishing stuff that I saw was Cole and Darren.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most people watch hunting, yeah, and we have a little. We didn't even do that this week. It's probably because John's not here, and he probably didn't want to do it because he's a Broncos fan. The Broncos suck, but he's not here to defend himself. He can't say anything. We'll have some football conversation. I'm a Texans-Packers fan, but without John to rub it in, it's just not as much fun.
Yeah, if I'm watching football, I just want to see a good game. That's
true.
I'm not really a fan. The only stadium I've ever been to is the Titans, just because it's the closest to me. I think I've been to 5 or 6 of the Titans games.
Went to a Titans game. They played the very first preseason game at the new Cowboys Stadium when they first opened it up, like the very first preseason game. And Vince Young from UT, right after winning the championship, the NCAA championship, he was quarterback over there for the Titans that year.
Nice.
So I got to see that game.
Yeah, I think I watched him play the Patriots when Brady was there. And then seen him play the Bears. Seen him play the Vikings. Seems like a couple others.
I want to go to a Green Bay game, like in Green Bay. And personally, I'm a basketball fan. Like my teams are the Spurs and the Bucks, and they always have been. I was a Bucks fan back in the Vin Baker, Todd Day days. I like Glenn Robinson III, and been a fan of that team for a long, long time. I'm not going to say I'm a Lou Alcindor era fan, but I know who Lou Alcindor is.
Yeah, I think I've got the Glenn Robinson III rookie card from like '93.
Nice, that's rad. He won a championship with the Spurs, by the way. It wasn't the same player, but when he got drafted, I thought he was going to be like the next thing.
Oh wow, 190-inch buck. It's a big one.
Ooh.
Yeah, living in somebody's backyard, somebody's pet.
Hey, I had that happen with shark fishing a couple weeks ago. Actually, I had a guy catch a big tiger shark a mile away from me, but that's a mile of beach on a 120-mile section of beach, and I was shark fishing. That shark was in my vicinity. But yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that's the when I ask somebody if I can hunt. Hey, can I hunt the geese that's on your lake or on your pond? No, I like watching them.
That's like us with hogs down here. Everybody's crying about like, oh, we got hogs. I need somebody to take the hogs off my land. I'm like, dude, I'll do it. Oh, thank God. I've been needing somebody. It's only $700. Get out of here.
Yeah. Green Bay is my
favorite. Good. You got good taste. I'm a Green Bay fan. I never fell into the whole like hating Brett Favre thing. I always liked Brett Favre. He won a championship for him. When he left, it was salty, sure, but I was always like, dude, he won a championship. Like I'm happy for him. On the same note, though, I'm not the biggest fan of Kawhi. I don't know. That's kind of weird to say.
Yeah, I'm
salty too.
Friends with the lady. She's probably 65 on Facebook, and she's all the time posting these deer pictures in her yard. And she's actually like throwing out corn, and you're not allowed to do that in Illinois. But she posts the pictures on Facebook, the big old 10-pointer right in her backyard eating her corn pile. She likes looking at them. Don't come shoot them.
You got to tell her that there's hogs out there. They're going to hurt the deer, and if you don't go out there and take care of it for her, it could result in some problems. I'm doing her a favor. Something, I don't know. I would have some kind of excuse. Shove some weights down his throat. I don't care.
Right, amateur.
All right, guys, we're at that time. We have a few minutes left. Just before we get to like that end point of the whole deal, we need to hear from you. What does everybody have going on this weekend? We've got another live stream we're going to be doing next Tuesday. We've got things that we're going to be talking about here. We've got to prep ourselves for the things we got coming up, and now is the time for us all to validate and what is that called when you have we're all going to hold each other accountable for having an amazing weekend. So what do you guys got? What are the plans that everybody has for this weekend? We need to hear. Now, while we're doing that, Grant, what do you got going on this weekend?
Hey, I'm on call, so there's no telling what's going to happen this weekend.
How long are you going to be on call for?
Monday's actually a holiday, and the way we work.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the way we work it, whoever's on call the weekend works the holiday on Monday, so it's my turn. After that, I don't know. It's supposed to get like in the 60s for highs and maybe even a frost Friday night, Saturday night. So we'll see. I might try to go bow hunt. I do have my tags. Just got to get time to go.
I'd invite you to come down here. If you'd ever seen a Texas deer, you'd know just how embarrassing of an invitation that is. Those things are tiny. My cat's bigger than the deer we get down here.
I've never
That haven't been said.
I've never shot a buck in October. I've shot some does, but I've never shot a buck in October. It's always November.
It's a bit of a task. They're so small, they're hard to hit. They're a hard target. Let's see. My aunt had a turkey attack her car, and she has seen some massive bucks in her backyard. I might have to go hunt there, dude. I'd be all about it. It'd be a revenge hunt, and to me, that is the perfect story arc for a video. Just saying.
No doubt.
Going to be doing some. There is a cold front coming. Okay, I was wondering why the weather was looking the way it was going to be. If you got a good, if you have good weather and a cold front this weekend, that means it's going to be hitting us right about the Sharkathon tournament, which is awesome. That's exactly what I need. I say to win the tournament, but that everybody's going to be getting in the sharks, so that's probably not going to happen. Whatever, I'm going to try. Mr. Vela, if you are free and available, check out, if you're not already doing so, check out the Discord server down below in the link down there. We are going to be setting up a little get-together for anybody, YouTubers, fishermen, whatever. We're going to have a little bonfire, do a little, like, cook-off, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like just a little deal that we do every year. You're absolutely welcome to join us for that. We're going to be south of where Ball Ball used to be, somewhere fishing next week, starting Friday, and you're welcome to join us. Yeah, we'll be just south of Packard. My wife won't like it, but I may go to Ren Fair. I do trust you're still going to be with us on the beach at Sharkathon, though. You and your wife. We'd like it if both of you guys came. We will be celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm off. I'm going to be fishing. They're making my wife work. And that didn't happen when it was Columbus Day, I'm just saying. Damon, so you're starting a boat project. You and I have known each other for a couple of years now, and I haven't been able to pull you on a live stream, and you and I have never been fishing together. And we're on a lot of the same forums and stuff too. We need to get something together, buddy. We got to do something, man. I want to be background. I'll be the camera guy in one of your videos. I don't even care. I just want to get together for some fishing sometime. I want to do some of your hand lining catfish. Hooked Island, Indian Point. I've thought about doing that one a few times myself. I got a buddy out there in Portland. I keep telling him we're going to go do that. I haven't done it, and I keep meaning to. Hiking up to an old castle over the weekend. Maybe do a little fishing. If you can combine castle and fishing, I can't guarantee you a win in the photo contest. But I've seen your photos, and I know exactly how that's going to end up working if you do that. So please take some pictures.
Yeah, I want to see somebody holding a fish with a castle in the background.
That's something we've never seen. That is rad.
That would be sweet.
That's right up there on my bucket list, seeing a fish caught at Chernobyl. As far as that awesome that I just can't manage myself. Amateur, get on it, man. I want to see that. I want to see what you're able to get. Mark is winterizing the camper and hope to do some bow hunting. That speaks volumes. Bow hunting, awesome. Winterizing the camper, I'm already seeing what the video potential is on that one.
Yep.
Thank God, Ben. I'm really excited about getting to hang out with you. So Ben has the absolute best taste in cigars and whiskey out of anybody I've ever met. I'm not saying that he's bringing them for everybody. I'm not volunteering him for that. But I will be bringing some cigars and whiskey. And I'm not going to say that everybody has access to all of that. But if we have enough for everybody, I know that I will bring enough that we can all enjoy it. And you can just enjoy being in the company of somebody who has excellent taste in cigars and whiskey. Right? Fishing a Castle Moat, that's what I'm saying. All right, so guys, my apologies. My little earbud thing, so I'm having audio issues with the mic. This is for show right now. And so I'm on this guy, and I don't know if you saw me earlier, but I had to take out the other one because the battery died. The battery's dying on this one. I'm afraid we have to shut this stream down. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I really, really appreciate it. If you have a chance, please take a moment in the description down below and in the pinned comment in the comments over here. we are trying to collect some money for Shannon. She is an amazing part of the community. She suffered some really, really bad issues. You can check out the Shanae channel on YouTube. She had some really big issues with the house as a result of the hurricane. We're trying to do everything that we can. We're going to be donating ourselves. Anything that you can do is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to hearing what everybody has. I look forward to hearing what everybody did over the weekend. I'm trying to get over on the thing.
Yep. See y'all next week. Should be over at John's A&J Outdoors. Have a great week.
Have a good one, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one.